Good morning. It's Fish, the Beach Bum Investor, with your cryptocurrency discussion and report for the 4th of January 2018. Here with special guest D. Back for more. Couldn't get enough of the first show. I'm just going to post up in Discord and let the crew know that we're here for the discussion. Very late today, so we may not get all our regulars in for the discussion. That's a good snapshot. I'm happy with that one. Don't laugh. Okay, so been a few big gainers. Oh, hang on. Close Discord because it's beeping away, and I've got to get into the chat. Jace, first to make his presence known. There are 6 people or 8 people watching, so Wilkie, what's going on? Oh, long time since this morning at the beach. Yeah, it's been ages, Jace. Pablo, nice hairfish. Yeah, well, I went out for a surf this morning, and it's got salt in it, so it sticks up all over the place. Chase F said, sup, Fish and D. Well, not much, man. Definitely not the surf. Unfortunately, it was like this big this morning. I was still shredding for those of you interested, and the market's done pretty well.
The market has done very well.
Oh, well, on some stuff.
Yeah, except Dragon Chain dropped.
FPVR.org, Ian. Hey, Ian, how are you? Actually, Ian, remember Ian? I showed you some of his stuff. He does the seminars.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, remember he was up in Brisbane?
Yeah.
That's Ian.
Oh, hi, Ian.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, it's a lake, Wilkie, but I was still shredding. That's the thing about having talent, mate. You don't have to make excuses on the surf. All right, let's get on to the market. There's been a couple of good gainers. One of them being Decentraland, which we had actually spoken about several times on the show. I tried to give you a balanced point of view on that one, but it's something that I've read the white paper before. Dee's read the white paper before, and I don't know. I think it's a pretty interesting prospect, and the market's gone pretty crazy over that Lancer. What was it? 15 million raised?
Easily, from what I was reading, yes. 15
million raised in the first virtual land sale, so that was pretty interesting to watch. Wilkie said, "Can Cardano just stop?" Well, that's an interesting point, man. We've actually been debating that a little bit amongst the group. Is it overpurchased for its stage of development? Are we buying on potential? And are we buying on the hopes and dreams of academics? Dee and I were somewhat having this discussion. She had somewhat a reaction to that, to what we were reading this morning. Harry Taylor, Fish, I love you, but status is up yet again, brother. Well done, man. That's good. I mean, the whole market's up though, Harry. Could have virtually thrown a dart at this point on some of the good projects anyway.
Cardano. Yeah,
Cardano. So Dee really enjoyed the information that she was researching.
Well, it's a collaboration between 5 universities. I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but it's sort of like Tokyo, Edinburgh, Athens, 2 others, I think UK based as well. And that rather than taking the approach of going for a white paper, they initially started by actually doing some solid research. And there's, I think, research papers available on the Cardano website that people can review.
Yeah. So for me, like, I thought it was really, really good until we started having the discussion. Dee herself is an academic, and she said, I love it, it's done by academics. And I said, yeah, but academics never do anything. They sit there and write papers.
They're very philosophical.
They're philosophical. They don't get out there and bang down those doors. So I say, well, it's great. Like, it's got huge potential in the brilliance of what's been proposed.
Yes. I think
and the research that's been collaborated.
Yes, I would say so.
Who's going to get that action going if you've got all academics who just sit there and write papers? I'm not saying that's, you know, it's just my concern about you know, a project valued in the multiple tens of billions.
Yeah, so how do you shift it from philosophical to applied?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that shift from philosophical to applied is going to be key in maintaining Cardano's value, because at the moment, as I'm aware, we haven't seen any applications released on top of Cardano.
Not that I've been able to find yet, but I really only had a preliminary look.
And Brett's asking, will Cardano continue? I think, look, if they do make that progression from philosophical to applied, it seems brilliant.
Oh, and there's, I mean, I'd have to have a look at the paper again, but they are attempting to address some of the issues that we've seen with Ethereum, concepts I don't know that I can talk about competently, but even sort of proof of work, proof of, what was the S stake?
Stake.
Yeah, thank you, proof of stake.
Yeah.
And addressing some of the issues around that. They really want it to be a social consensus model, remove any cognitive biases, looking at it as a social phenomenon, So there's some really sort of solid principles.
But you know, it reminds me of philosophers who just sit there and go, but what, you know, what about people who, you know, actually take action in the world and get things done? And that's what I see with Icon. See, I see Icon, I see them running around making partnerships. I see them, you know, actively building their business, not just you know, writing papers about it. And I like Cardano, by the way. I'm not trying to bag Cardano. For those of you who feel like this is a Cardano bag, I think it's brilliant. I do. I think the research papers that we were looking at this morning.
There's a couple that I was fantastic. Super impressed with. And then the white paper, or the, you know, even the heading of it being a subjective paper, you know, like.
Wilkie's saying the boat sailed, but to be fair, Wilkie texted me a few days ago and said, Cardano, how did we miss it? We could have got it at 1 cent, blah, blah. So I think Wilkie's playing the violins and sad that he missed out. I don't know that the boats has sailed. A lot of people are talking about TRX TRON, and we'll get onto that in a second, and about the meteoric rise it's had recently. Grinkers, how are you? Adam, Slice Keeper, Jess and Preach. Yeah, Tron's been absolutely crazy. Absolutely, man. We'll wrap up our little brief discussion on Cardano. I'll get into a more detailed review of Cardano on a later stream. But while we've got D here, we just wanted to have that discussion about, I guess, philosophical versus applied, and where we're at with that stage in the economy.
And you know, as I said, like this, to see universities collaborating worldwide, you know, to get this project up and running, the fact that they've come at it from a research-oriented view and quantitatively.
Yeah, well, you love that.
Of course I do. I think it's fantastic.
See, I like a practical point of view.
Well, and that's where their subjective white paper is attempting to communicate the applicability of it. So
there's a good balanced opinion for you, I think, on Cardano. Don't get me wrong. I think potential-wise it's brilliant, but I look at a lot at current stages of development. And we haven't made that transition for mine from philosophical to applied at this stage.
No, not at this stage.
So based on philosophical value, yeah, it's brilliant. Applied value at this stage, it's still in a proving process.
I would agree.
There we go. Everything but Verge is up. XVG is in a big hole for many people. Ryan Sellers, I did suggest that it could take further retracements. The market has not reacted well to the lack of communication from the development team about the missed Wraith protocol. But, you know, Wilkie said something to me the other day. He said this market has a short-term memory. It's like a goldfish. Although they don't really have short-term memories. That's been proven.
That's been proven.
They, you know, sieve-like memories when it comes to this economy.
Yeah. People
quickly forget, you know, major problems. Like you saw what, I don't know if you're in the market at this stage, but IOTA got absolutely pumped off the MIT finding the bug, like pumped downwards, as in dumped.
Yeah, no, I don't know why it was in.
It got hammered. Yeah, and then, you know, you fast forward a couple of months for when they fix that bug, and it's sitting at 8 times that value after only 2 months from originally discovering the bug and the price getting dumped. It's like, okay, it's now 8x that within 2 months. So people do have really short-term memories. Another good example of that is Ethereum. And Ethereum itself had some issues with their forking, with Ethereum Classic, as well as, you know, there was replay protection attacks. That was the first really public case of replay attacks.
Yeah.
Sorry, not replay protection attacks, replay attacks.
Yeah.
So people lost Ethereum, and I believe there was also something else where essentially they had to roll the code back. And a lot of developers at the time were pretty unimpressed with that, saying code is law. But, you know, again, fast forward 6 months, a year, and you're looking at Ethereum now pressing $1,000 a coin.
You are, definitely.
So,
I looked at it this morning.
Yeah,
the increase and the rise.
It's incredible.
And,
so it's,
you know,
the
like
market.
Crypto kitties being built on it.
Yeah, exactly. Crypto kitties are phenomenon. But you know, you look at that and you see the market is pretty unforgiving when you miss something, like what's happened with Verge. And obviously PIVX, I'm well aware of what happened with, you know, the teething issues with zero coin protocol. Yeah. And the market was very unforgiving. Punished us down to $2.80. But, you know, fast forward 2 months and we're sitting, I don't know the exact price. You know, it's something I don't need to spot check every day really, but it's well above $10 last time I checked. So yeah, that it's short-term memories, unforgiving, but short-term, like unforgiving in the short term, but in the long term, the market appears to have short-term memory. So it's interesting. TRX is hitting, the Funny Eagles just brought out, TRX is hitting 770s. I'm going to have a look at TRX. Let me bring up
I love Tron.
Yeah, Dave's a big fan of Tron, mainly because of the name, though. So that's an issue. Yeah. You've read the white paper.
I have read the white paper, yeah.
So that's responsible. And it is like, I'm actually reading through the white paper again at the moment. I think it's a brilliant read and a really ambitious but necessary goal for someone to have, to take the power out of the central authorities in what was supposed to be a public asset and has turned into not what really can be called a public asset anymore.
Decentralization of entertainment.
Yeah, it's important, I think. You know, and also self-discovery rather than having content pushed on you. So user discovery, I think that's an important, focus that Tron can. Yeah. Well, they can redirect to that sort of focus rather than sponsored content being shoved down your throat all the time.
Well, it opens up possibility for people becoming more curious, so it facilitates curiosity, self-directed initiatives, and possible sharing and conversations between people to get ideas.
So you have a look at Tron. Up 56%.
Oh, that's just insanity.
Insanity, exactly. I sold my 500 Tron that I was airdropped for about $25, guys. Now, that might seem like a mistake, right?
No, not with what I've been doing.
But, well, the thing is that I moved that into Icon at $1.20.
Yes.
So now I could sell that same $25 worth of Icon back and buy twice as much Tron if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So my relative gains, it's actually been a very good move for me.
Yes.
I had a very small window of opportunity with Icon to do that. It was just the unknown phase when it first hit markets. But the point is that a lot of people go, oh, you dumped your Tron at whatever. I said, yeah, but I dumped it for ICX. And ICX is now sitting at $7. So if I was so inclined, I could literally buy back 2 to 3 times as much Tron as what I'd sold for the same, for what I've acquired in terms of BTC value, if you like, or relative US dollar value even.
Yeah.
So that's been a good move for me. And it is something I am thinking about getting back into, because whether, Cardano, $1.32, 54.76%. Are you kidding me? Massive. But yeah, getting back to Tron, stop getting off topic. You're supposed to be here to keep me on topic and read. Oh yeah, I'll give you a computer.
Thanks.
Get the chat up and tell me if anyone says anything super interesting.
I apologise because it's going to make noise when I first do it.
What do you mean? It's up there.
Oh, cool.
No, other one. Sorry, this one. Yeah, no, you're right. It is going to make noise. Or you could just turn it down.
Thanks.
There we go. All right, cool. So Dave's going to keep an eye on the chat, guys. So if there's anything you want to contribute to the conversation, please feel free to do that. But for me, like, Tron was always a good project. I said from the start, I thought it was brilliant. My only concern was a philosophical one, that pre-existing wealth would buy you influence in the Tron network.
Oh, well, you likened it to what Steemit's doing, didn't you, in terms of how the reward system?
Yeah, and I don't have a solution at this stage. Because the monetization of these actual currencies, or the value from these currencies in terms of the fiat transfer into them, is coming from people wanting to buy up that influence. In some cases, at least, not just speculative investing. They're looking to use Tron as a platform. So, I think that in itself provides a little bit of a problem, but I don't have a solution. So. And I think it's still miles better than what we've got at the moment in terms of a centralized internet. And you're not even listening to me.
I lost for a second because I was trying to make sure I don't make lots of noise. But
okay. Well, remember I turned the noise off.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Coming back, I have.
So, yeah. Mark G said he's pissed off that he missed XRP and XLM. Yeah, I got lumens, man. I talked about that, guy. Said it could have potentially continue the correlating relationship with Ripple, and that good people like Wilkie would probably dump their Ripple and get into something that is actually promoting a new financial system rather than just helping the old one catch up. So yeah, I think that Stellar Lumens could actually have a better year than Ripple, even though it's hard to say. The institutional money's going to favor Ripple. And there's a lot of institutional money. That's your multi-billions right there. That's where I'm assuming that's where that pump came from. There's too much money coming in such a short space, and it's not available on Coinbase for your average investor. You know, for your average first timer getting in, just downloading Coinbase, Ripple's not there yet.
No, it's not.
Heavily rumored to be there soon, but not there yet.
No.
Last time I checked.
I haven't checked it.
Check it now. But the thing is that I've got to assume that with that much money coming into the market cap in such a short space of time, without the advent of something like it being added to Coinbase, it's got to be institutional money. It's just so much.
I'm not able to sort of
fair enough.
Comment. I'm concerned that if I did put some ideas forward, it would.
No, I can't see it on here. It's still just Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Who's in at the moment? Oh, sorry, I've seen Wilkie's still here. Oh, well, that's interesting. Wilkie. Yeah, I mean, there's potential for there is potential for a conflict there. Wilkie's talking about, you know, potential for conflict between Tron and Vuli. I mean, there's a potential for conflict between Tron and Statement probably as well. If you think about it far enough down the line, they are looking at doing social, like integrating social presence onto Tron, like the messaging and things like that. I assume that will transfer eventually into social media as well.
Look, I suppose I read it differently. Like, I suppose I saw it as a decentralized, I don't know if I'm going to use the correct words, but platform, more about entertainment. Whereas, I don't know, like with Vuli, I thought my understanding from what you've been telling me is it's more likely to be a threat to, well, not a threat, but a similar sort of like concept to YouTube. So I would have thought there was more.
It's more targeted. So, in my opinion, Vuli is specifically targeting video content.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was what my understanding was.
Yeah. So is Tron a threat to that? I mean, I think it's going to take some market cap away. The thing is that Vuli is going to take some users from YouTube, and Tron's probably going to take some from Vuli, and so on and so forth. But it doesn't mean they can't coexist and both do well. And I'm talking about Tron and Vuli, not YouTube, which I'm currently presenting on. Sorry, YouTube. But let's face facts. I mean, it's not exactly set up for the content providers to benefit from it. And honestly, you guys are forced to watch ads whether I want them on there or not. Like, not during the middle, but sometimes I'll put them on the start of one of my videos.
Yeah.
I don't have any control over that.
No.
And I don't want ads
on
my show.
And the only way viewers can stop that is if they're willing to have a subscription to YouTube at the moment.
Yeah.
It's YouTube Red and YouTube.
And I don't get any of that if they subscribe to YouTube Red because they didn't want to see ads on my show. I'm then not compensated because I'm the one who encouraged them to get that because they're watching so much of my brilliant content. That shush. No, but that's the truth, right? It's like I'm not compensated for that. I've done all the work. Why is YouTube taking the extra money from that subscription? That doesn't seem fair.
No, it doesn't.
So yeah, I think that they can coexist, Wilkie. You know, Domino's and Pizza Hut theory, Coke and Pepsi. Affidavit?
What Tangle Tech coins, other than IOTA, are best to get into?
Mark G's asked about Tangle Tech coins. Rayblocks is one that's been roaring up the charts. Availability's been an issue, but they are kicking butt on the Binance community vote. So I dare say they're going to get added to Binance within the next 7 days.
That's exciting.
We can check that. I've got my Binance account here. Let me check how the community vote's going. Won't be a sec. So Rayblocks is one. I've heard that Bytecoin has similar technology, but I didn't actually see it as Tangle Tech. What was the other one? There was a third one. No, don't know it.
I don't know it.
I get obsessed with
fine. Cryptocurrency I'm interested in.
Yeah, I know you do. You get obsessed with ones that have pretty names.
I do.
Okay. Let's
more pop culturally oriented names.
Fine. All right, let's look at the Binance vote and see how it's going. Round 5 of the community vote is currently, deadline is the 5th. What are we on? 4th. So tomorrow, guys, is deadline at 9 p.m. and I'm not sure which time zone that's in. But yeah, they've got it sewn up at this point. Roblox have got 11,000 votes. The next closest is 6,000 and the rest of the market's not even bothering. They're not even trying it. So it does look to, so I'll bring you over to screen share just real quickly so you can see the breakup, guys. but it does seem to have singled out to a 2-horse race, and that is between experience points, XP on 5,944 votes, and Ray blocks. Of course, what's been described to me as a cross between Tangle technology and Ripple, which is obviously why it's, you know, that prospect is why it's mooning. Now, a lot of people tell me this is the end of, you know, this is the new technology, this is the new thing. I've heard it before. I heard it with IOTA. I heard it with a couple of them. Dragon Chain is doing, yeah, it's coming in third, but I mean, D, you're going to have to get a lot of your friends to vote for that.
I'll see what I can do.
No, let's be realistic. Okay, so it looks like Ray blocks have, you know, in less experience points, have got a strategic last-minute plonk of votes into the system. I mean, that's expensive to vote for another 6,000 votes as well. So, yeah, I think that this could be a really positive move for Ray blocks, but is it going to be one of the things that people have gone, like the pro traders have gone and hunted down those exchanges, those more obscure exchanges? They've got their Ray blocks, and now they dump it when it hits Binance to everyone who's FOMOing it. Could that be what's going to happen? That, like, I'm not asking you to come up. I'm saying that it is a possibility.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. But yeah, there's the community vote over at Binance, guys. And if you are looking to trade at Binance, you're welcome to use my referral link in the description, which I have made good money off of now. So that's been good for me. Anyway, thank you to all those who referred. How is my hair? I've just seen it coming back to the thing. Shut up, everyone. All right, who else is in? Funny Eagle reckons TRX is going for 900. He's talking sats there, D. Satoshi, just in case you're not aware of the,
okay, cool. Thank you.
Correlation.
Seriously?
Harry Taylor said, sorry to be an ass about stat. Go.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a rookie and was just trying to bring to your attention. Remember, I am a we, the people, us kind of guy. Screw the elite class. Yeah, I'm the same, Harry. Although, yeah, I do come from the elite class technically, but I'm not a huge fan of what it, you know, I benefited, I did, from my family having wealth, but I don't agree with like the system at the moment. I literally got that job straight out of school. At 17 years of age, I got a job at the law firm, youngest article clerk in Australia because of the school I went to. It definitely had a big impact. I walked into the meeting. I went to the same school as the guy. I was the house captain and prefect of the same house he was house captain of 10 years earlier. And I walked out as a 17-year-old article clerk. So, you know, the benefits that it's brought to me have definitely been there, but I don't agree with it. Those opportunities should be available to everyone.
I would agree.
So there you go. Live streaming is the best, says Miamivo. I'm not sure I've seen Miamivo before. Hello. Welcome to subscribe, man. If you like the live streams, we do them every day. And Wilkie what is Wilkie saying?
He's kind of likening YouTube to Viewly, coexisting with Spotify and Netflix, TRON.
Okay, cool. It's interesting.
It is an interesting perspective.
Wilkie's, you know, I'll give him shit, but he's well read on this stuff.
Yeah, and thought-provoking points being raised.
He researches hard. Yeah. I mean, he says the odd absolute idiotic thing in there, but
when don't we all?
All right. Yeah. What do you think of Seacoin? Have you had a look at it, D? I have.
I haven't.
No, okay. Seacoin file storage service. I actually quite like it. I mentioned it like a month ago now. I don't know. I might have first started mentioning it on this stream. Seacoin and Storage, two of the market leaders in file storage. And Vitalik, the reason I really got interested in it is because of Vitalik's comments that it's an underutilized function or use case for the blockchain. So yeah, I think Seacoin's good. I haven't checked its price recently. D, can you switch over to CoinMarketCap quickly?
Do you have it up?
Yeah, look, the second one from the right.
Okay, cool.
Sorry. What about
Seacoin?
Thank you. It's in the top 100. I know that much. I just haven't had a look at it recently. I got a little bit. I bought heaps of it when I first started, but I traded out. Up another 8 point. Whoa. Okay, that's gone. That's high for Seacoin. Okay, so that's gone up to. That might even be all-time highs. Yes, it's very close. Yeah. Yep. I don't know if I'd buy into this sort of parabolia, if that's a word.
I don't think so. Let's go.
I just coined a new word, parabolia.
I don't know.
I wouldn't buy into this sort of parabolia, but long term, I still think you're doing okay. Because what's like OneDrive and all those file storage services that exist online.
Yeah.
Like if you're using them on a big scale, it costs a fortune.
I can only talk about it from a personal level, but
yeah, if you're using it at a business level and you're needing to increase your storage, like your
subscription fees are
it's expensive.
Yes.
And by creating a decentralized network that enables that to be done with less cost and actually more secure as well, because it's on blockchain.
Yeah. So that's the idea behind Seer Coin and storage.
Yeah, yeah. So it's taking on the
OneDrive.
That's my understanding of it, guys. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a very lay explanation and probably understates the value of those two projects a little bit. I think they slept for a while because it's boring, right? It's just boring. File storage, who cares? Well, people who want, to make a business model that's going to be a lot more profitable care. So, but it's like the same as those business, like we called Factum at $12 because it was just a sleeping giant. Walton's taken some correction, guys. I heard some FUD coming out about it. Apparently their AMA didn't go so well. Is it AMA?
I'm not sure. Yeah,
it didn't go so well. Apparently it looked a little unorganized than the rest of it. But you know what? Not everyone's made for live TV either. It's nerve-wracking.
I
and
agree.
Thinking on the spot, it doesn't mean they can't perform in a business sense, though.
It's very true.
No, you don't. In business, you sit down, you
prepare.
You prepare. You consider all angles. You do a lot of research. You don't just sit there and make decisions like this, like you're forced to on a live show. So I think performance on live shows, and I've been told, like, Charlie Lee's not overly charismatic either. It shouldn't matter. It should. It does. It does, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't matter because these are the people who are making brilliant moves when they've got time to actually consider all their options and all the information coming in.
Which is what I'm more comfortable with.
Yeah. So Dee's nervous on the live stream. She was last time.
Yeah, it was very much so.
But feeling better this time?
Heaps better.
Oh.
I like
That's good.
Harry Taylor's follow-up point.
What did Harry say? Nothing wrong with having a proper education. We used to have that in the United States. Now we only get propaganda and Marxist
indoctrination.
Thank you. Groupthink versus individual critical thinking, brother.
Yeah. Then if we really want to get technical, there's a lot of sort of conversations now about false news and the fact that that's being facilitated through emotionally driven opinions, and that education systems are sort of being brought down to a level to maintain self-esteem in students. So there's a lot of factors influencing the education system in America, from my understanding. Yeah, well, the education system in Australia sucks balls as well. I'm sorry, that was rude. But it does. It's terrible. There's definitely areas for improvement. Well, there's heaps of room for improvement. Because I know this because I went to school. So I experienced it firsthand. Go you. But, like the studies show that homework is essentially useless at a certain age. Well, they've actually stopped. A lot of schools, and especially primary schools, have now stopped homework. Some of the private schools have continued. But there's recognition that if there's going to be any consolidation of learning, it usually occurs between the hours that people are attending school, and that providing anything additional after school is usually, as you were saying, really unconstructive. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Just less elegantly. What else have we got in the chat? See, Manix Man says education is old. I don't think education will never be lost. It's just the traditional methods of education. I mean, it's essentially creating robots. Sit down, learn this, repeat the facts. There's some really amazing talks on TED about what, the ideas about how our education system needs to adjust, how we need to change it. We really need to be looking at facilitated self-directed learning. I think there's some really amazing concepts that are being generated around how the education system could be adjusted and improved. Yeah, it's interesting. So superheart.org, our hashtag Dubai, mate, has just come in and said LTC was a good buy at 300 and now it's a steal at 250. LTC. Hashtag honor, hashtag respect, hashtag love, hashtag light, and hashtag peace. Back at you, brother. Yeah, look, I think Litecoin's being undervalued at the moment. That just as a transaction medium I could do some figures. I could do some maths. Transaction medium on Steam alone. Yeah. And if it was to capture a certain percentage of actual
volume of the sales on Steam, on the video game platform that they've been accepted on.
Yes, I like Steam.
Yeah, I know you do. You're
So
a
cool.
nerd, so you love that stuff. But the thing is, I could do some valuations on that.
Yes.
And actually put a price based on Steam alone, and that would give us some point about predicting future price points based on their rate of acceptance throughout the rest of the world as a like a medium for transactions, peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
Well, transactions full stop.
Full stop, yeah.
Yeah. What are you laughing at over here?
Lots of different things. But
sorry if we're not keeping up on the comments too well, guys. Just keep chucking them in if it's something really important.
Somebody asked about Lomo coin. I'm really sorry. There's been requests about Substratum, Nox coin, and then there was Lomo. Oh, sorry, the Rocket Radio Show. Please look up Lomo coin.
We can do that for you, Rocket. You're a regular here, man. We're going to look at Lomo coin as our little screen share vision today because I haven't had a look at it. So let's get on to one for Rocket.
And I just
wanted to say
thank you to Harry Taylor.
Harry Taylor said, "Smart lady, social engineering of identity over achievement. Bravo."
Touche. Thank you. That's a really lovely
I don't
statement.
really know what that group of words means, but it sounds impressive.
It does.
Mark said he missed Lomo coin. He was looking at it at 0.005.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So let's go and have a look at Lomo coin. I haven't. You?
No, I haven't. But when you look at that.
Yeah, 35% gains in the last 24 hours. There's been some good ones. Let's go and have a look. I'll screen share with you guys. We'll bring it up on CoinMarketCap. Let's have a look at today's new coin from a very, very brief point of view. I've never researched it before. So this is the first step to if you're actually going to invest. Now, I'm just going to go to coinmarketcap.com. We're going to find Lomo coin. Just keep me up with the chat there, Dee, as well, if anyone's saying anything in particular. Guys, if you do have comments about Lomo coin, Dee will be able to see them even though we're on screen share. So she can read them out. But we'll just go through the basics as we always do. Now, we've got a $51 million market cap, ranking it in the top 250, 248 at the moment. The volume is solid, over 10% of the market cap, which is high. Now, its circulating supply is 223 million, roughly, and change, LMC. And we're inflating to a total supply of 308. So not an alarming inflation rate by any stretch of the imagination, depending on how long that period is.
Yeah.
But it's not an alarming, endless inflation. 20% ongoing for the rest of your life or something like that. So, like the basics. How did that happen? The basics all look pretty good on it. Now let's go and have a look at the actual website.
It's available on Bittrex and.
Oh, good point. Let's go. Yeah, we'll have a look at the markets. Good point. I'll have a look at the chart as well. Yeah, it's gone parabolia. It's a word.
Awesome
it's
word.
A word.
Yeah.
We're going with it. So let's have a look at which markets it's about. Why is it doing that? This computer sucks.
Oh, okay. That's interesting, Rocket Radio Show, that Lomo coin is also called Lomo Star, and it's going to be part of the Red Envelope holiday in China in February.
Ah, Red Envelope holiday. Okay, I learned a little bit more about this. It's an event that takes place between January and February?
Yes.
February and March.
Usually associated with the Chinese New Year.
Thank you. Chinese New Year, and it's basically everyone gets money. So you.
In a little red envelope.
Yeah, D's actually, what, 1/4? 1/8?
Yeah, 1/8.
1/8 Chinese. So there you go.
I brought up as if I was Chinese.
Yeah, has a strong Chinese influence, and that's why I'm allowed to make jokes about Chinese, and it's not racist because I've got a Chinese friend. 1/8 Chinese. Well, I've got got full Chinese friends, but you're my excuse at the moment. Okay, so Bittrex and Coin Exchange.
Yes.
Yep, cool. Most of that volume coming through Bittrex. Let's have a look at the website and see what we're looking at.
Yes, Rocket Radio Show. I can see that Slice Keeper has acknowledged that you called Lomo coin.
Yeah. Okay, Rocket's reckoning it's a $20 coin eventually, and reckoning is a word used in that context. All right, the beginning of the global social economy, Lomo Star will help us create and brand a new social world. You do that with every project I've ever seen you look at. You go, All right, let's keep going. LMC wallet download. So they've already got the iOS wallet and Android by the looks of that, which is cool. Rocket, have you used the wallet, man? What's it like to use? If you're in the chat still, bro, which I assume you are. More function. In the future, we will integrate many more functions. That's very elaborate. Digital groups. You use your red envelopes to join various digital groups to discuss all sorts of things. local view. This will endow you with the power of God to send red envelopes to all specific locations. That is an interesting statement.
Is it integrated as part of?
Like actual red envelope day. Sorry, not red letter day. Each user in every business will be able to show themselves to the whole wide world. Well, I think I did that when I released my KYC video picture on Discord.
Committed to research and development process.
Sorry?
Heavily committed to a research and development process.
Okay, yeah. So Lomo is heavily committed to its research and development process and continuously to continuously improve its own blockchain technology. We have already, 1, rewritten 90% of the proof of stake blockchain packaging code. 2, realized an intelligent agreement support for our POS mechanism. 3, started to pioneer with our sidechain technology. 4, offer an expansion on our self-adaptive trading capacity and made effective block size and speed adjustments together with many other technological achievements. Okay. I'm going to keep cruising down the Lomo Start ecosystem by creating a new type of barrier-free global monetary social model. We aim to offer global assets for our users, provide brand advertisements, and help build relationships between businesses and consumers. Click on social monetization, world assets, and advertising models for more information. Okay, so it's almost, you know what it reminds me of? It's like a what do they call it? Business to consumer. It's like a call center without the call center almost, allowing businesses and people to connect, right? Is that what you're not paying attention? You always get distracted.
I got distracted by Rocket Radio Show because he was saying that, if I'm interpreting the conversation correctly, that Lomo Coin is a part of PIVX.
Yeah, Chad told me about that. I've still got to understand how.
So then I got distracted, so I went into some research.
Oh, what have you found out?
Not much yet.
Okay, cool. I'll speak to Chad about it. We'll get the development team or someone from PIVX to come on and explain
that would
to
be
us.
useful.
So yeah. Our top management that makes the vision of Lomo possible: Ziong Lijiang, Wang Ziadong, Zhu Taju, Ziong Li Jian is the founder, CEO and founder. Cool. Here's your roadmap, guys. It's twisted, so I'm going to struggle to read it, but we'll see what happens. Okay, November we're past, which was the product frame has been planned based. I got to tell you, this is not overly easily to read the way this is set out.
No, it's not.
March 2007. It's making me a headache. The WeChat H5 version was released. Obtained 100,000 initial users, so that's good to see. April, blah, 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 blah. See, I'm going blah, blah, blah because I can't read it properly. Wow, won the second prize in China Blockchain Innovation and Application Competition. That's nice. Our cooperative merchants in Yunnan broke 1,000, breaking through 300,000 users. App 2.0 was officially released in October 2017. I'd say that's like complete, and then we go over here and we can maybe see future roadmap. Maybe not. Taking the blockchain slow mode. Looks interesting. I have to go read the white paper, dude. You know me. But I think Rocket, what do you, if you're still in the chat, dude?
He is. I have had a quick look, Rocket Radio Show, and the Chinese New Year is on the 16th of February. So I do agree with you. I anticipate that the Chinese Red Envelope holiday or the Chinese New Year, you might see maybe potentially an increase.
Well, the thing is, you're still talking about one market against all the rest, though, and if people are buying up to the news, they might dump it on the Chinese who are then spending their red envelope money.
Oh, yeah, true.
That's possible. So, those in the know, like Rocket, have bought it up in preparation to dump it on, Chinese free money in the red envelope.
Yes.
Because that's how they'd see it, like getting Christmas money, birthday money. It's like, oh, well, I can spend that on whatever I want, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that potentially that could lead to a time of over-purchasing during that point, which is when you're better off selling.
Yeah.
And waiting for it to dip. That's my personal opinion, and I haven't really looked into the chart action or anything like that. But like, if I was a real savvy investor, which I wasn't because I should have listened to Rocket ages ago on this one, I would have bought it up and waited for this event to dump it into when everyone's not dump it into, because if I believe in long term, but I'm going to trade it a little and make some profit if I know how to trade. You've got to take advantage of that, right?
Yes.
If you've educated yourself, you've spent the time to understand how markets work.
Yeah.
You do some research. I think you should put that to use, at least a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree.
Kirby is in. My main man Fish and my fellow BJJ buddy. Kirby's a BJJ.
Really?
Yeah.
That is awesome. Welcome, Kirby.
Hey, where's that? I'll show you a photo of D.
Really?
Yeah, we'll bring it up. Is it like can I search for it on here? Are we still screen sharing?
I don't know.
We are. That got boring very quickly. Hang on. We're back. And now we're going back to screen share. I want to show you a photo of D that got released online, if I can find it.
The BJ. There is a photo of it on Steam.
Yeah, but I can't access Steam it on here. Oh, if I go to this, I'm just trying to find it now so you can see. Aha. If I go here.
Okay.
That's pretty cool that your Star Wars article comes up like that.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, why does it do that? That's so annoying.
Wanting to be temperamental.
It's being temperamental. All right, let me check out this, by the way, guys. This was Dee's second article over on Steam It. Oh, she rabbits on, no doubt about it. But have a look at that. Not a bad payout considering Steam dollars are $10 each.
Yes.
Bloody good payout for your second post.
Yeah, the rest are questionable.
Yeah, okay. Let's go. Yeah, but you've only just started. You've been blogging there for like 3 weeks.
Kirby, it would be exceptionally unfair to demonstrate a Kimura on Fish, and if I am going to do any submission, it would be a triangle or an armbar. I
don't understand what that means, but I can't find you. Oh, here it is. Okay, so where was that? What were we looking for? Oh, yeah, that photo. Isn't it in your introduction? Check this one out.
Not that one. That one.
Cop that, other chick.
Well, actually, I'm in her guard. Technically, but
are you?
Yeah, so technically.
See, I don't even know what's going on there.
Yeah, so technically, I'm in that person's guard, and she's going for lapel grips, and so at the moment, she would be considered a more dominant position.
Yeah.
However, I went on to win gold.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Did I mention I won a national title once? I mention it every chance I get.
Did I mention I was a Queensland state champion?
No, national title beats that.
All right. That's really cool, Kurt.
We're back.
So I'm a blue belt as well.
There you go. 2 blue belts. Let's get them rolling against each other.
On the mats only, not off the mats.
That's what the technical term is. I think I'm being right.
Rolling, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys who are a big fan of BJJ.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, yes.
Deliberate delay of the extra J there.
Yeah, get that.
Yeah, Dee's, they loves their BJJ. And yoga as well. That's Dee's sports. So maybe we can do you know what we should do? Morning crypto combo joint with yoga. And I'll go and get a yoga lesson off D because I've never done yoga. So I'll go down and get a yoga lesson while we talk crypto live from the beach down at D-Bar. It's beautiful down there in the morning.
It is.
What do you guys think of that?
Stunning.
Is anyone going for that idea in the chat? See D do yoga. She's flexible.
Light speed, I'm down.
Yeah.
Watchman 2011, sup y'all.
Hey, Watchman.
Hey, cool.
Yeah, cool. So we might do that. I don't know. What's Mark J said?
Oh, sorry, I got distracted. How many hockey players on the Aussie East Coast?
How many hockey players on the Aussie East Coast? Funnily enough, Mark G, you might not be aware of this, man, but Australia has the best ice hockey team in the world. They're based in Darwin. No team has ever accepted their challenge.
Sorry.
Darwin's one of the hottest places in Australia.
Oh, it's beautiful though.
Yeah, honestly, gorgeous. But they play ice hockey out on the lake in water. It's never frozen. And they've challenged all the big teams, and none of the big teams have taken them on.
That's really cool. I'd like to see that.
Darwin ice hockey team is, in my opinion, the world champions because no one will take them. So sorry to Mark G, who's a big Leafs fan. Our boys in Darwin would kick your boys in Toronto's butts. Yeah, better than the Leafs, absolutely. Better than the Leafs. Sorry, man. Put the challenge out there. I'm sure that the Darwin Ice Hockey Club have put a challenge out to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So Why hasn't that been accepted? Scared of us Aussies. I understand that. Don't want to be showing up in your own sport. That's fair enough. All right, cool. Can we get back onto some crypto?
There have been some suggestions.
What do we got?
I got distracted again with the other conversations, which are fun.
We do that on this show.
Is there Cryptosana? Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. I could try and introduce a Cryptosana. I'll see what I can do.
I don't know what that is.
Basically, a crypto-focused asana. So asana are the postures that happen in yoga.
Okay.
With the idea of them sort of facilitating and moving you to a mindfulness meditative state.
Downward dog and stuff.
Yeah. Downward dog and upward dog are asanas. Going back to the chat. Cryptoconicus was buying Pepsi with Litecoins.
Seriously? Buying Pepsi with Litecoin? Why was he doing that? Is he being silly?
I think so. Cryptoconicus, did he mention I'm a world welterweight champion trader legend? Go Cryptoconicus.
No, Cryptoconicus did actually win he came third in a trading competition on Cobbenhood.
That's cool.
Yeah, he can trade.
That's awesome.
Yeah. For sure.
I know there was a coin, so if anyone has any coins, please put them back up again.
Chuck them in now, guys. We've got 10 minutes left to kill.
Oh, Kirby, you train no gi. See, I love gi. One of my favourite techniques on the mats would have to be spider guard, and any transition or submission from spider guard or a half lasso.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Spider-Man.
So am I. I love Spider-Man. It's awesome.
I'm assuming that has something to do with spider guard.
It probably actually would suit your sense of humour.
Thanks a lot.
That's okay.
What do we got?
All right, so...
Oh, no way. The local mall got their first Bitcoin ATM this week. Cryptoconicus, which mall? So I'm guessing you're in the US. I can't remember. Yeah, you are in the US because you're using mall. We would use shopping center.
Probably, yes. Altcoin has asked about any nice ICOs.
Yeah, a couple actually. I don't like to mention them on the show, so you're welcome to join our Discord group. Or I can just type. Can you just type the two that we're looking at in the chat? Do you know them?
Sorry, say that
Can
again?
you just type the two ICOs we're looking at in the chat?
Yeah, I can.
Do you know the ones I'm looking at?
Oh, the recent ones or the ones that you don't know? I don't. I don't even know the ones you have.
These are the ones we're looking at. I just don't like to announce it. But if you want to come on to our Discord group, we do discuss it there.
No, I wouldn't.
These are the two that I'm liking at the moment. There you go. Any other questions?
Is there a Crypterium?
Crypterium.
Yeah, William Yates and Kirby have asked about Crypterium.
Okay. Let's check it out. I haven't looked into it. Are we going to do our second screen share coin for the day? We might do two today. I read the Cardano stuff off. It's a productive day for fish.
Did I read that correctly?
Still got to do more on the Cardano stuff, but like Dee and I were just mainly having that debate against this morning about philosophical versus applied. And it's great because Dee is super academic. She's actually
academic,
we'll just leave it at that. She probably doesn't want to brag, but and I'm not. For those of you who haven't realised already,
I love.
So I'm more applied. I left my university studies on 2 different occasions for 4 degrees to favour real world experience. So I'm not so philosophical in terms of that. I'm more applied. So it's a good balance.
It is. I would say so too.
What's the Discord name? Nate, it's Crypto Wave Investment Crew, man. But our link for the Discord group is in the description of this video. We put it in every video. So you're welcome to join. No subscription charges. Zhao will make a joke about sending him 0.05 BTC. Don't do that. He's only mucking around. Send it to me. No, I'm joking. No subscription fees, man. It's just a good place to have a convo. And it's kept us ahead of the game. Have you guys seen what Q-Link's done? It was at like 45 cents this morning. I have a substantial amount of Q-Link that is now sitting in my Neo 0.0.7 wallet, which I need to figure out how to access those tokens because it's not currently available. I can see it on the blockchain. So as soon as the update comes, it enables me to access those tokens on the 0.0.7 wallet. I'll be able to do that. But thus far, I did some research this morning. As far as I can tell, I can't actually access those tokens, despite the fact they've been sent to me on chain. So I can see the tokens, and I'm doing backies, doing big backflips because that's outpaced now. But it's like now it's $35 a coin or something like that when I invested in it. So it's had an almighty run up, and then Q-Link's outpaced now. Which when you're investing, that's kind of what, like in ICOs, D, that's what you're looking to do. Like if you're investing in Ethereum, you want to get projects that are going to outpace Ethereum. Otherwise, you're better off just holding Ethereum, right?
Yeah.
Same with Neo. If you're going to be investing in any P5 tokens at ICO, you need to be confident that it's going to outperform Neo within the time frame it's getting released. So you could be 3-month, 4-month vesting periods, ICO periods, whatever it is.
Well, you and Wilkie were talking about that the other day.
We were having the discussion whether this one of those ones that I put in there is a Neo-based platform. The first one of those two that I've just listed in the chat.
Yeah.
And if Wilkie's not confident that it can outperform Neo, I think it probably can, but it's going to be a tight one. And at that case, am I just better off holding the proven winner in Neo, which has done exceptionally well in recent times?
No, Neo's done really
incredible
well the past
things.
24 hours.
Yeah. So, I mean, it hit
puppies.
$100 coin.
Hash puppies.
Gosh, I first bought it at $1.30. How much do you think I'm kicking myself now for dumping that bag at $10? And this is a big warning. And Naughty D, sold out of a stack of her Tron this morning, more than she ever wanted to.
Yeah.
Right? And she comes back and goes, oh, I've only got X amount of Tron left. And I said, what have I told you about selling out a whole bag? So you think you're a trading champion? Wilkie does the same thing. Don't sell out of your whole bag. It bites you in the bum the way this economy runs. It just runs so heavy. Oh, the parabolics don't stop.
I didn't expect it to skyrocket.
No, that's why I say you don't sell the whole bag. She has a fraction left. I pretty much got more from my commissions.
You have almost got
over at Binance than you've actually purchased up. So, yeah, it's a good lesson. You know, for D, it's a painful lesson. She's going to have to maybe buy it higher now if it's not going to dip.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. She likes the project. She loves the name.
I love the name. I love the original and the remade movie. Crypterium.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's. It's an
ICO.
It's crypto bank for crypto people. Usually we don't like to talk about ICOs on this channel since we've already mentioned it. Why don't we have a quick look? The token does start in 10 days. I'm going to bring it up on my screen as well. We can do a quick screen share with you. This will be I think this will be our last one we'll check out.
Okay.
It's been a good combo. Decentraland, guys, it's been, I just want to check that I covered the strategic alliance between Decentraland, District 0x and
TRON?
No,
sorry, Aragon. That was I love Aragon.
I know you do. Aragon's had big gains as well on the back of those strategic alliances with Decentraland and District 0x. So it's been good for D, who bought Aragon because of the name.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Not quite the correct name, but
close enough. Yep. Sounds like a Lord of the Rings character.
It does.
Okay, good.
Well,
I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
Really good movie, Ants.
All right. So crypto bank for crypto people. I'm going to bring it up on screen share. Yeah, I'll bring it up here first, and then you can come over. What's the address? Crypterium.io for those of you interested. Crypterium.India Oscar, because I know the vowels are very hard to distinguish from an Australian. They all sound the same. Crypterium.io. Oh, screen sharing. Let's have a quick look. We'll make this the last one, guys. Okay, Crypterium. About Crypterium. A crypto bank for everyone. In 8 years' time, the crypto economy will exceed $10 trillion. Well, that's very confident.
That is very confident.
Straight off the bat, I don't think individual cryptos should put out public releases speculating on the overall value of the crypto economy. I actually think that's a little irresponsible. For me to do it is one thing. For an actual company to come out with a public statement, which this is, straight away, I think that's a dangerous statement to make. Is
there a possibility, though, that they have some sort of formula or some way of actually backing up that statement?
No, because you can't predetermine that there's definitely going to be $10 trillion in the crypto economy. You can't. I think there'll be more than that, having said that, in 8 years' time. But I'm saying you can't guarantee that, and that's the first line I read when I come onto this website. And that's a concern to me straight away, is that they're factoring figures in that don't exist yet. So what are they valuing their company at now, based on a future valuation of a $10 trillion market cap instead of the current market cap?
So they should phrase it in 8 years' time, there is a potential that the crypto economy will exceed 10
Sure, or at current growth rates, or blah, 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 taking this into account. And maybe they go on to say that, but I'm saying just as a first line for the first thing I've been introduced into, it makes a huge presumption on the overall success of the crypto economy rather than identifying itself and why it exists. It's gone straight to the $10 trillion in crypto. That to me is just like, rely on your own value proposition, not the value proposition of the crypto economy in general. Well, but maybe that's what they're going to get onto. So
well, the other thing that I'm sitting with is also speaking to the fact that they're saying that a lot of people are in the crypto world, and potentially they are, to profit, and that this is about, you know, financial gain, which for someone like me, that's not the case. And it's not for me either. It's been nice, but you know me, I've given away more than I've earned. No, that's not true. But I've given away a lot. Yeah. And like, I'll bring some videos out on that, guys, soon, because I actually gave away a stack of PIVX back when it was $2, and I'm going to check back in with those people now that it's $12, and or $10 to $12 recently, and just see how that little bit of PIVX I gave them. You know, one guy, you know, Dylan down at Debo, I gave him like 100 PIV, but $200 because he was having a baby, right? And I thought, you're going to need money for the nappies and that. That's now worth over $1,000. That's very generous. No, he owes me a beer, is what it is. All right, let's get back onto this thing. In 8 years' time, the crypto economy will exceed $10 trillion. Crypto banks will become a cornerstone in the relations between decentralized economy and the future daily life by expanding payment infrastructure and possibilities, creating new cryptocurrency payment scenarios, and lowering interest rates. Ethereum is a crypto bank creating the future today. Well, after their ICO. Worldwide, 200 million. Look at, see, do you see what I'm saying here? Like, the worldwide potential clients, 200 million. Why? Based on what? There's got to be something to back this up. Maybe a white paper? It just saying, yeah, okay, we'll have a look. Lower cost, up to 8 times lower transaction costs than what? Than banks, than Bitcoin, than PIVX? Are you going to be 8 times lower than 1,000th of a cent? Or lower than Tangle technology, which is free? Like, these claims, for starters, are groundless, which bothers me. Unless they can back this up some way. Well, no borders for international payments. Well, welcome to crypto. 100 times faster transaction speed, up to 100 times faster. $500 billion US expected revenue of crypto banks by 2025. Leading crypto bank for the crypto economy. Well, there might be a few competitors that are already existing that might have something to say about that. Ethereum's goal is to provide a completely vertical integrated service that encompasses the best ideas from the entire community of the world's best blockchain enthusiasts. Mobile crypto bank, instant cryptocurrency payments without limits in 42 million stores, loyalty program and cash bank. Well, have they already got these partnerships? Instant cryptocurrency payments without limits in 42 million stores? There is a white paper, so I don't know. We'll have to have a look, but if they've already connected to 42 million stores, that I would have heard about it. I would have thought. I would think all of us would have probably heard about it. So that may be a future aspiration. I don't know. Loyalty programs and cashback. Yeah, most of the crypto banks and crypto payment services are offering some sort of program and cashback. We'd have to look into the specific one for Ethereum and understand how it differs from the ones that are currently existing in the market. Contactless payment via NFC, QR, Apple Pay, and Android. Oh, that's cool. That's a nice addition. Cryptocurrency acquiring. Solutions for every sphere of retail trade and services. Native integration with POS software. Crypto to fiat settlements. App Store for retail current cryptocurrency software and solution. Own decentralized server infrastructure. Third-party integrations easy. Blockchain-based loans. This is something that I'm getting really interested in because I'm happy to take my home loan away from the bank and give it to someone in the crypto world who wants to sign a smart contract and take 5% a year, or, you know, a bit above what the banks charge me. I'll give you a little bit more because I just don't want to deal with them. So yeah, I don't mind that. That's pretty cool. Combination of current scoring systems and smart contracts, unified exchange for liquidity and lowering risk. Smart contract wallet. It looks like contact with everything you need to know. Payments, transfers, currency exchange. You will get your virtual card just after registration. Visa, MasterCard, or Amex. Cool. Have they actually, have they sorted this out though? Because I've seen companies claim this before and it hasn't been done. So I'll have to check whether they actually have got what are they laughing at? I have Cryptochronicus, Q Terminator scene, in year 18 AG. Skynet will have complete control of $10 trillion. All Bitcoins are stored by deep learning neural networks, AI nodes, no coiners live deep underground. What are you guys talking about? Cryptochronicus, has your missus got a hold of your account again? Because this is weird stuff coming out. All right, I'm going back to this thing. No need for currency exchanges, instant payments in fiat money or cryptocurrency internationally.
Integration with third-party payment wallets or services. PayPal, hate them. Gift, WeChat, Alipay, Paytm. Loyalty programs and cashback for every transaction. Increase cashback for token holders. I'd love to see how they're going to achieve that without being classified as a security. That's an interesting point. Contactless payment options, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, Android, QR code mechanics for many others. Mobile crypto bank. Crypterium's technology platform is based on algorithms that ensure the most efficient bid offer matching across neutral peer-to-peer flow as well as third-party crypto exchanges. All historical transactions are stored in a dedicated data warehouse that continually analyzes the data to enhance risk management and identify predictive behaviors, and in turn enable Crypterium to optimize the cryptocurrency exchange process and better educate the customer on possible payment strategies. For example, it may highlight different payment mixes depending on the current cryptocurrency's valuation. In other words, everything is done to ensure that the customer gets the best deal. 10x have been working on that technology for a long time. So I think they're going to come into a market that's, you know, the back end, like the actual getting your crypto spent in the real world and having a bank account for it and something that acts as a bank account that people understand is definitely going to be a valuable feature in the economy, but I'm just not sure a whole nother coin needs to exist. We've got Ubiq, we've got 10x. 10x particularly, this reminds me a lot of. But having said that, I've always maintained that people need choice.
I would really like to have a read of the white paper.
Of course.
And I think there was a comment earlier in here. Sorry, I think Kirby. Yeah, Kirby said that they demonstrated a payment at Starbucks.
Yep.
If I've interpreted that correctly, because I might have got distracted by a conversation between Cryptochronicus and Slicekeeper.
What are they talking about?
Terminator.
You guys are idiots. I'm coming back to you. I'm not even looking at that anymore because you're talking about Terminator. Seriously.
But Kirby was still talking about.
Well, I think that it is necessary. We've got to figure out. Beluga Pay was another one that I was taking a look at that's sort of working in this space as well, but they're more, you know, working at the other end with the businesses to allow them to accept cryptos is one of the major value additions I saw. I didn't really take a good look at it. I'm just saying this is going to become a flooded market. And I think that the market leaders in 10x, in Ubiq, and I'm trying to think of others that are up there, have got a substantial lead on these projects coming to market now with a similar value proposition.
The other thing that I suppose I always come back to though, and there's a YouTuber that you introduced me to that speaks to this as well, is it. Do you
remember the YouTuber so we can give him a shout out?
Andreas.
Oh, Andreas Antonopoulos.
Yeah.
Okay, he's big, like a Bitcoin Core representative. But I like him. I think he's brilliant. Well,
philosophically, the position that he sort of communicates is that we place value in the projects and the coins, and so they're, you know, District X or Ubiq may already exist, but then the introduction of something like Crypterium and crypto banks or the coin that they're introducing then may have value for someone like me, whereas District X or Pay may not. It's about what value I place in it as a person who is investing in the project and whether it's aligned with what I stand for.
So yeah, it's a good point. I got live breaking PIVX news, guys, from Tanya O'Meara. She just sent me a video clip. She was surfing today. Oh, show? Yeah, I got to show you this. How do I get this up on big screen?
I have got no idea.
Double tap it or something? Double tap.
If you turn it to the side.
Yes. Check this out. This is Tanya. Absolutely. She's surfing out there today in the grovel, but watch this. Bang. Jams off the top. She's a good surfer.
She's amazing.
And I'll go back to the start because there's a really big jam off the top. Here we go. This second one. Boom. I love that. Oh. We're still trying to figure out her competition schedule for next year, but she's looking good in the water, guys. You can see why PIVX are pretty keen to support her. Look at that, grinding it through to the inside. There's nothing out there today. Boom. Releases the tail. Nice tail release off the top there. I know you didn't see it, but it looked awesome.
I couldn't talk confidently.
Breaking
serving.
PIVX news, sports news. Tanya O'Meara went for a surf this morning in grovelly conditions.
And she is amazing.
Yeah, she is. I saw her down the beach this morning.
Yeah.
Jace was down there as well.
Yeah.
You met Jace.
I did.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Yeah. Tanya rocked up after you'd left. I was chatting to her for a bit. I think she's going to go to Hawaii because there's no surf here. So she's just going to get on a plane and go to Hawaii to do some training. That's the plan. Probably send her in like literally next week. Just put her on a plane. It's the life, right? Surfing and traveling. Ooh, a Cloud Lightning wallet. I don't even know what it is. What's Crypto Chronicles saying?
Lots.
He says a lot. He does say a lot. For a guy who doesn't actually speak on his YouTube channel, he says a lot.
Okay, he has been testing Lightning.
Yep.
Pretty nifty.
I'm sure it's pretty nifty, bro, but how about my tech skills? Aren't I just going to lose it all? I'll lose every Bitcoin I have trying something like that. I've heard it's like it takes some mad tech skills to actually pull it off. Skills that I don't have. But I will download that wallet you're talking about. If you're going to send me free coins for a test.
And I do agree, Crypto Chronicles, it would be really cool if we could post memes in this chat, especially if one of the memes has to do with Elmo.
That's an interesting thing that superheart.org has put up there. Is Binance a scam? Well, I can say that it's not a scam in that I have successfully withdrawn coins from the Binance platform. It has low trade fees. So it doesn't seem to be a scam to me.
Yeah.
I reckon that's a good idea, Funny Eagle. Funny Eagle's just said that.
Sorry.
Can you scroll back up, please?
Sorry.
Oh, you suck worse than that.
I do. Sorry. There it is.
The executive chair at Accelerated Digital Ventures for Crypterium lives the next city over for me, going to do some recon. Yeah, it's always a good idea. If you can get contact with people directly from the core team, that gives you a real indication of where the project's going. That's the truth. So yeah, go knock on the door if you have to get that info. Tell us, because you know there is space for more than just 10x. And if it's like I just wasn't super happy with some of those figures quoted off the top of the bat, because I think it's still like it's pie in the sky sort of stuff at the moment. Let's value things on current markets rather than on potential future value of the crypto economy, because that's such a subjective figure.
I would agree. Without having seen whether there's any sort of formula used or any sort of informed research to back up what they've stated.
When are Russell Crowe and Mel Gibson going to make a movie together? Shit. I don't know.
Have they not already?
I don't know if they have or not. See, Rusty lives in Australia, but Mel lives over in the States.
Les Miserables was Russell Crowe and Hugh Jackman.
I like Hugh Jackman.
Yeah,
Hugh Jackman.
I love Hugh Jackman.
Big fan of Hugh. How are you? Haven't seen you in ages. Just call, catch up for a beer. I'm joking. I don't know Hugh Jackman. What else we got? I think I'm going to check out. We've been on for an hour. That's fair. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the discussion today. I certainly did. Good to have Dan again. Thanks, Dee, for joining us. She won't be here every day. She has an actual job.
Fancy that.
So she'll drop in from time to time to help me out, guys. If you do want to fund Dee being on the channel full time, please send $100,000 to.
Don't.
Joking. All right, guys. I'm going to. Can you send 20 cents, even smaller payments on Lightning Network, Bitcoin, millibits? Super easy. That's sick, man. I'm happy to hear that, and that could certainly lift Bitcoin's price, but it needs to be usable by the masses. Unless I can just do that right now on Coinbase, it's not. So, and soon as that sort of technology gets overlaid and allows the everyday person to just transfer Bitcoin to an exchange, not waiting several days for it and paying huge transaction fees, that's when we're at a stage where I can be calling Lightning Network a successful implementation for me. But it does seem like impressive and progressive technology. So good to see from Bitcoin Corp. Well done to the developers there and to the team there.
Fantastic.
It is good. All right, cool, guys. No, we've had fun. Been good?
Yeah, it's been great. And thanks, everyone, for the gratitude expressed and for the goodbyes on your way out. It's been fantastic.
Yep.
So thank you.
A less elegant goodbye from me. Catch you later. Fish out.
Yeah.
Yeah.